Today, we're going to dive deep into a topic that affects all of us: energy crashes. But not just any kind of fatigue. I'm talking about hormone-driven dips in alertness, focus, and motivation that derail productivity, creativity, and even mood. We'll cover FJ, the neuroscience and hormone biology behind energy crashes, J, the most common mistakes people make trying to fix them, A, and most importantly, a complete science-supported protocol to eliminate hormonal fatigue and reclaim mental sharpness all day long. This is a full masterclass. And it starts with one truth: productivity is not about willpower. It's about biology. You've likely experienced it. You wake up ready to gog, maybe even caffeinated, but by 2 or 3 p.m., you feel like your brain has hit a wall. You're not tired in the sleepy sense. You're tired in a very specific wage J, mentally foggy X, unmotivated X, distracted G, physically sluggish, but still restless. That's a hormonal crash. Not just fatigue, but a collapse in the chemical signals that power your alertness and attention. These crashes are triggered by disruptions in you, XC cortisol, your alertness and stress hormone J in insulin, and blood glucose J, dopamine. Your motivation molecule Jess estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone X, thyroid hormones, and circadian rhythms. This is not random. It's biology. And once you understand the clockwork of your hormones, you can work with your system, not against it. Let's start with timing. Every human being has a circadian rhythm, a roughly 24-hour cycle that regulates energy, focus, digestion, hormones, and sleep. Your body is not one machine. It's a collection of clocks, all synchronized by light, movement, and food. In a well-regulated sisting, HA cortisol peaks 30 to 60 minutes after waking in. This wakes you up. Teche body temperature rises mid-morning. You become more alert. Focus peaks around 100 GT30. A dip naturally between 103 p.m. A second wind occurs late afternoon. If hormones are in check, melatonin checks serotonin rises at night, makes you sleepy. But here's the issue: modern behavior completely disrupts this natural rhythm. We delay light exposure, J. We skip protein in the morning, G. We blast ourselves with caffeine and sugars. We overtrain or under-recover, X. We expose ourselves to bright light at night. The result: misaligned hormone release, which leads to energy crashes. Let's clarify something: cortisol is not bad. It's a wake-up hormone designed to boost glucose, increase alertness, J, mobilize fat for energy, Esh, sharpen focus in the early part of the day, but cortisol must rise early and then gradually decline by evening. If it rises late or crashes midday, you get that general exhausted paradox. What disrupts cortisol rhythms? The ZERD, delayed light exposure, J, skipping meals or eating ultra processed food, excess caffeine, X, poor sleep, tool H1U, get sunlight within 30 minutes of waking. This anchors cortisol and sets your energy rhythm for the day. Most people don't realize how much blood sugar drives their mental energy. Eat a high-carb, low-protein breakfast. Cereal, toast, or a muffin. And here's what happens. AJ glucose spikes, insulin surges, glucose crashes, X, cortisol compensates, X, then you crash. That's not just how mornings feel. That's poor metabolic programming. A tool A2G, start your day with protein healthy, fat, sol fiber exemplis, eggs, placodos, greens, zig Greek yogurt, zik, beggars, 6 bearings, protein smoothie with greens, and almond butter. This stabilizes blood sugar, supports cortisol, and prevents energy crashes before they happen. Most people rely on caffeine to override biology, but that backfires. Here's how it works. The Cheju adenosine builds in your brain. While you're awake, it makes you sleepy. Caffeine blocks adenosine receptors, masking fatigue. But if you consume caffeine too early, it collides with your natural cortisol spike and blunts it then. When caffeine wears off, energy crashes hard at tool A3G. Delay caffeine for 90 minutes after waking. Let cortisol rise naturally. Then use caffeine to boost, not replace, your alertness. And avoid caffeine after 2 p.m. or it will wreck your sleep and create a crash loop the next day. You don't need a full workout to regulate hormones. You need light movement timed correctly. Movement raises J body temperature, enhances alertness, B dopamine, improves motivation, J insulin sensitivity, stabilizes glucose to tool A4, move early. Move often. J walk for 115 minutes after each meal, light cardio in the morning did, resistance training X per week, standing or walking calls in the afternoon slump window. Let's talk about cyclical fatigue in women. Hormonal fluctuations, particularly in the luteal phase, the 70-10 days before menstruation. Because dips ing G estrogen X progesterone XH, dopamine X serotonin BDNF, brain neurotrophic factor, the result. G fatigue X poor focus X mood swings, a G insomnia tool. 5. Supplement strategically during PMS. Magnesium glycinate 300 before D Bexevec, vitamin B6 500 mg daily, 3x 1.2 go day, chasteberry N viticle regulates hormonal balance. Sex hormones regulate far more than libido. They are core to daily energy. Low testosterone in men or women leads TOG, the fatigue X, low drive, Zia, mental dullness, estrogen imbalances in men and women cause X, brain fog, A, poor blood sugar handling X, emotional volatility, tool A6E2, resistance training fleece, sleep, sunlight, hormone rebellence, J, strength, 4XO week, sleep 79 hours, a consistent bedtime X, get 20 SOX minutes of sun per day. These 3 variables affect every major hormone linked to energy. Looking at screens constantly, especially without breaks, is not just tiring. It deregulates X dopamine, overstimulation, O burnout I, accommodation, brain fatigue, X stress hormones, constant pings, microstress, tool A7, visual reset every 40, 50, 90 minutes. Use the 20-20-20 rule in X every 20 minutes. Look 20 feet away. For 20 seconds, X take 15-minute breaks outside, if possible, G. Use natural light and avoid overhead fluorescent lighting. If you're feeling sluggish midday, don't snack blindly. A short movement-based fast can reset your insulin sensitivity and focus. A tool 8G, walk fast, refocus, protocol, take a brisk walk and then 15 minutes break, hydrate with water, electrolytes, skip food for 6, 7, 90 minutes day, return to cognitive work after mental refresh. A slight drop in energy between 103 p.m. is natural. It corresponds with circadian body temperature dips with mild melatonin rise. But it becomes a problem when GA blood sugar crashes, J caffeine wears off J. You're sleep deprived. Tool A9G, use a non-sleep deep rest. NSDR, protocol G, lie down or reclines, play a 10 or 20 minute NSDR, track YouTube. Apps, Ju, stay awake but restful. This resets your alertness system, improves learning, and prevents crash cycles. Even 2% dehydration reduces J, cognitive performance, X, mood, Z, physical energy, but water alone isn't enough. You need electrolytes. Sodium, potassium, magnesium. A tool 100 electrolytes hydration strategy to start day with 116, 20 is water, C, salt, add magnesium, rich foods, spinach, seeds, dark chocolate, Zix, use unsweetened electrolyte powders midday. No hack replaces sleep. Every night, your brain, Z, clears metabolic waste, GEG, resets, dopamine sensitivity, G, replenishes cortisol and hormone rhythms. Tool, Alendrin G, night sleep protocol, X, cut off caffeine by 2 p.m. X. No screens 90 minutes before bed, JJ cool. Dark room, J, magnesium, glycinate, glycine before bed. If you win the night, you win the day. QAASTYL mine LCTUREs. Why do I feel worse after high-carb lunches? Because of insulin over response, a blood sugar crash, a cortisol spike. Are naps bad for productivity? Only if they're longer than 30 minutes. Power naps, or NSDR, are beneficial. How can I train my body to wake up earlier? Get morning sunlight. Move your mealtimes earlier and avoid bright light at night. What supplements improve energy without jitters? Rhodiola, tyrosine, creatine, L-theanine, X caffeine stack. Why does energy crash worse with age? Decline in mitochondrial efficiency, hormones, and sleep quality. Can cold showers help with fatigue? Yes. 103 min cold exposure triggers dopamine and norepinephrine release. I train hard in the morning. Why do I crash later? Fuel poorly post, workout a low glycogen, a hormone crash. Eat protein X carbs post training. Does mindset really affect energy? Absolutely. Dopamine is not just a molecule of reward. It's a molecule of pursuit and belief. Expectation drives chemistry. Your productivity isn't broken. Your willpower isn't weak. Your motivation isn't lost. What's happening is biological misalignment. And that's the good news, because biology can be reset. You now have the tools, a light, a movement, nutrition, sleep, hormonal insight, a strategic supplementation, a protocols built for your energy rhythm. These are not hacks. These are levers grounded in science and validated by real-world performance. So I invite you, starting tomorrow morning, to take control of your biology. Start with sunlight. Stack your wins. Restructure your energy from the inside out. Because when you align your hormones, rhythms, and behaviors, productivity becomes natural. As always, thank you for your interest in science-based tools. Share this with someone who might need it. And remember, biology is not destiny, but understanding biology gives you the power to shape it. Until next time, be well and take care of your brain and body.